Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Monica and I am the founder and creator of Gerasol Vintage, a small business that brings old furniture back to life. In today's episode, I will be refinishing these mid-century modern Kent Coffee nightstands that I got at an estate sale. They are part of a 4-piece bedroom set, and the whole set was $300, which I was happy to pay because these nightstands are for my own house. So with that being said, let's get started. I will be using crud cutter to clean these nightstands, but feel free to use any degreasing spray or even dish soap. Over the years, I've made friends with a lot of people in the estate sales business and auction business. I got first dibs on getting this set because the person who managed this specific estate sale knows me from other estate sales she's done, and she knows that I am passionate about refinishing furniture. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Now, if you're a regular on their estate sales, bring them coffee next time you see them and show them some appreciation. Being nice goes a long way. After cleaning and removing the hardware, I noticed that one of the back legs was split. Luckily for me, it's a clean split, so I used some wood glue and a clamp to solve this issue. At this point, I still wasn't sure what direction I wanted to go for this makeover, so I started by stripping the finish. For this process, I am going to be using QCS, 3M scoring pads, obviously some gloves, and I also have a container. I like to cut my scoring pads into small rectangles because they are a lot easier to handle this way. You can do this process in different ways. You can spray the product directly onto the furniture, or you can get some on your scoring pad and spread it evenly that way. I like the second option just because these pieces have curved edges and I don't want a dripping mess on the rest of the furniture. Let it sit for about 20 minutes and then come back with your putty knife. Try to get off as much gunk as you can with the putty knife or scraper, and then use your scoring pad for the rest, but make sure your pad is saturated with QCS. Once you're done, you can take a shop towel and clean it right off. If you have any leftover stripping residue in areas where you can't clean it off, use the leftover sawdust from your sander. Spread it evenly in those areas and let it sit long enough to absorb the product. I sanded the rest of the nightstands to get a smooth surface using my orbital sander in the flat areas and a sanding block on all the curved edges. Once I was done sanding, I started prepping the nightstands for stain. While you watch that, here's a little history on the makers of this furniture style. Kent Coffee is an American brand created by Finley H. Coffee and Dr. A. A. Kent, established in 1907. While some of their most desirable furniture is considered rare and hard to come by, this set from the Penthouse collection is not. Although you can find pieces of this set listed for thousands of dollars, I've done my due diligence to verify the value of this furniture. I paid $300 for 4 pieces, which include 2 nightstands, the tall boy, and low dresser. In auction, you can expect to pay anywhere from $150 to $300 per piece or the set of nightstands. This specific collection comes in several different finishes. The one you're seeing here is their classic walnut stain set, but they also have another one that comes in a light stain and it almost looks like it's a paint wash. Interesting, right? With that being said, I will be painting this set. So here's your chance to look the other way if you don't like painted furniture. I will be using this paint from Stain Masters. I've used it one other time on this credenza and I like its performance. It's also very affordable and super DIY friendly because you can either brush it on or spray it. I poured some of it in this clean container to mix it with a little bit of water, and I will be adding it to my pneumatic sprayer. I did 2 full coats and let it dry overnight, although it's not necessary with this paint because recoating time is 2 hours and drying time is 4 hours. This paint does not require a top coat, but I decided to give it 2 coats of water-based poly in satin for durability. Once everything dried, I started removing the tape and prepping for final touches and staging. Now, there's nothing more disappointing than looking at a pretty piece of furniture and feeling all the imperfections. So the last thing I ever do is use this 3M microfine sanding pad to make sure everything is nice and smooth. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions about this makeover. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification bell for more furniture flips. And here's a quick peek for next week's project. Thanks for watching.